Or I'll just put the box over here because I have it just sitting on an Amazon box.
Yep. Well, here we are.
Just put it like that and remind the ladies that getting the house fixed. Please do not judge that.
Right. And
Just
everybody
be
ordered boxes.
non-judgmental. Everybody's going through some shit. God, like the fucking cord. Excuse my language.
It's okay.
And then it would have to be down like, yeah, that's up too high. Dang it.
You're fine.
I just need it to be like that. That is it. Just like that.
There you go.
So that people can at least freaking see. Hold on. The foil might help.
There you go.
Nope. Hold on. Trying to get this proper right here. Yeah.
You're fine.
I know I'm trying not to have my whole thing fall over.
I know what you mean.
It's brand new, shiny.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we are live.
Yep, and have been for a couple of minutes.
And if this drops, I'm sorry, I will pick you all up.
Okay.
So, the first thing that I do before I make the tea, which I have my stuff here for my tea blend. We got anybody in here yet?
Just us.
Just us. Okay, well, I don't know if you're recording, but that's okay.
I am.
You will learn something, right?
And I'm going to put you on single shot so you can take and show everybody.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome, honey.
So the first thing I do is also get the matches out of the way. Is I have a blend of lavender. Okay. Throw that in the sink. A blend of lavender, cedar in, and this. You want to be able to make sure that while you're making this tea that we're about to make, that you have a ceremonial thing going on. Don't mind all this. We're not judgmental here. We're waiting to get the kitchen fixed. Hopefully that's soon. Now, I'm going to bring it over here. And since I'm full screen, maybe I can just go ahead. Nope. Use the matchbox. Aha, fireworks. So, okay. This is a good ceramic pan, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to have a massive pot. You can just use your ceramic pot. So, I'm sorry I had to have you help me, Donna, but at the same time, I'm not sorry because we're friends and I know you helped me out like this, and it's much appreciated. Because all week of being broke out, and broke out, it's a stressful moment.
Oh, yes.
So, we happen to have a faucet over there that is a filter. Now, you can use bottled water if you want. You can use your faucet water. I don't care if you go outside and use the water from the hose. Just make sure it's not a person's hose.
Right.
The things that you will need, and this is what I will be making for the Witchy Sisters. You will need empty tea bags. I get these from Amazon. You will need, you can either use a grater for this, or I will tell you for the paleo shaving, actually use a vegetable peeler.
Yep.
You will need a wooden spoon. Everybody remember these?
Oh, yes.
Those hurt even though you didn't do anything wrong.
Right.
To deserve that. Right now I have my heat turned on to a medium low. I'm just going to put the lid on this.
Hi, Wendy.
Hi, Wendy. Like I was saying, don't mind what's in the back. We're waiting to have people come in and fix the kitchen. So we use cat's claw bark. This is good for a lot of stuff, including joint inflammation, fatigue, memory. So we want to remember this. We have paleo wood. This is Santo Paleo. If you want to look it up under Santo Paleo wood. I always get a supply at Powwow. And then this is rose hip bud. I know a few people had this confused, but that's okay. I want to be able to see the chat while we're in here. Let me know if you can see this okay, Wendy. And then we need cinnamon. You can get ground cinnamon like this. This is the good stuff. You can always tell by the color of the cinnamon if it's fake or real. And then, even though I don't have a lot of honey around here, this is the wildflower honey. I get this one. Yes, it's organic, whatever. This
Wendy said
is,
she can.
huh?
Wendy said she can get it.
Oh, okay. So I get this from the Aldi. So we're not putting that in the tea bag, but I will show you how this will be done. Like I said, you can get these empty tea bags on Amazon. You just need one. Look at the size of that.
That's a big tea bag.
Yes, it is. And there's so many different ways that you can do a healing tea or a witching tea. I do try to keep a good witchy mug around for that. Use whatever mug you want, a coffee mug, a tea cup, whatever you want to use. Right, so to start this, you want to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, that's the right amount. Into the bag. Now remember, my witchy sisters, I will be making you some tea bags.
That sounds great, don't it, Wendy?
So this is partially how to do this. And, well, I take it back. I do put some honey in here, not a lot. And I don't put no brown sugar in here. But I'll show you the point in when I actually put that in. Now it's time for the cat's claw bark. Look for this company on Amazon or on any site that sells this particular brand. It comes in several different pieces. I'm going to save this big one to break down for all of you.
Pockets.
Pardon?
I was reading the bag so everybody know what it said.
Yeah. Now, you're not going to need a whole lot of this. It breaks down quite easy. And if you hear the dog whining, it's because she's noisy right now and has been kind of a pain in the booty today. You know how that goes, Jonah.
Oh, yes.
Pets are also the children.
Fur babies are just like little babies.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, so if you can't get her to do that, you can also shave it down. Okay?
You're using
So this is
cheese.
one thing that I do. I'm
I
glad you
mean,
can see
potato
this.
peeler.
Hmm. But there's already some in here. I don't mind adding that in there. So the little shavings from that, so to speak. If you're not careful handling cat's claw bark, you can get a sliver. Nobody wants a sliver when
No.
all you want is teeth. I'm going to set these aside. Otherwise, that would be sliver teeth.
Yes. That would not be any fun.
So, the Santo Paleo. You can, and since I have this here, this little lid from the cinnamon, it can be a little bit of a booger to shave. Get it in a good direction. I just keep this with my tea supply because I have several different Santo Paleo pieces. It's like, it's just whittling wood. That's all you're doing. I used to do this with a pocket knife when I was a kid. Of course, I had to sneak a pocket knife just to even do anything.
Yeah.
But it actually will shave it down. And I'm glad that two of you are here.
Yep.
Other people can watch back later. No big deal. So I'll set this over here. Now, the Santo Paleo, you don't need too much. It's what's in the cap and what's on. Oh, yeah, I forgot one thing. Turmeric. You want to use turmeric. Turmeric is another anti-inflammatory as well as cinnamon. You can combine those together.
Yes.
That way, and I washed down my surfaces, did my dishes and washed down my surfaces. That is just me and my OCD.
I understand that.
Yeah, right. Basically, you have to. Turmeric. Make sure that it is a good golden yellow turmeric, because if it is not, you won't really, sorry about that, I'm trying to rebalance you. You won't really be getting the proper elements off of it. Almost have proper properties, but that's actually true too. You just want to, depending on the turmeric that you get, it might come out quick out of the bottle. It might not.
Just be careful how much you put in.
Yep. Now I'll do your guys a lot better than how I'm doing this, for sure. For sure. Now, to put a smidge of honey. Now, make sure that honey actually goes down in there, and we will also be putting honey in the pot. There'll be a honey pot. So it looks like that. And then you take the string. You now have a closed tea bag. This is what I like to do. Is we're not being naughty, but we need a knot. Now, this is not your just quick mixed tea. This is a steeping tea. Like I said, you want to dip your tea bag. I'm just going to try to be a little silly tonight. Anybody want tea bag? Anyway, put your lid on there. One thing you can do is make sure it comes over to the handle. The string, make sure that that comes over to the handle and it's up the handle, as you can see there. Now,
That's
some of the properties on
fire.
this are, I'm sorry. So some of the properties for using this, when I start the tea, I don't put that honey in immediately. And so, sorry for how I look, but I didn't feel like being fancy. Um, we're here for healing. We're not here for a beauty contest.
Right.
So, yeah, when it comes down to this, make sure that you're open-minded. You can do a meditative state when you're making this tea, which actually helps to boost the healing properties of the tea itself. Now, when you're doing that, you might be like, well, why did I take out the wooden spoon? Because pretty soon we actually have to kind of stir the water around the tea bag, if that makes some sort of sense, to help that come along.
Yeah.
So there is, now, if you have memory issues, we all brain fart sometimes. We all do. Remember, we are what we eat. That's why I'm not dogging on anyone. Y'all can have your soda. I don't mind. But when I say we are what we eat, is when you add in the natural nutrients into your food that you eat, or it's in the things that we drink and or snack on, which, you know, is eating. That's what helps to strengthen us. And if you've noticed, if I was dressed different, you would notice that I've lost a lot of weight because of what I'm eating. Change a diet, even the gluten-free diet that I'm on, and it's really a game changer. And knowing how to make things like this, making healing soups, teas, broth, all sorts of things. We're just going to make sure we have that near. Pick that up. Hold your tea bag. Right. That's why I had the string there. Hold your tea bag. Now, if you can see, the color of the tea bag has obviously changed. And inside of the pot, and you'll get a better look in a moment. Try to bring over here. That's why I have the tea bag itself sitting on the spoon on purpose. That way it's still brewing. To over here. Okay, yeah, I gotta get used to this. So the water now looks kind of yellowed. It's not like yellow snow. Trust me, it's not like yellow snow. So I'm gonna sit you like this for a moment. The boxes embarrass me, even though we're all friends here. So now that that is like that, I'm still holding the bag. And now that we're not done with this will take a little time to make. Now at this point, I'm going to turn it up to 3 on there, which is more of a medium heat, kind of, yeah, medium heat, and catch your tea bag before it tries to float away. I'm just going to lay my spoon on there. You're going to take your honey. There's a way to do this. Count how many times you go around. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 times the charm. Doing that 3 times, and then again stirring it should have brought my chair so that we could just chit chat while I wait for it. Although I could have Rob go get it for me. He's like, no, I'll be caught on camera. Only for a brief moment, Sasquatch. If you have one of these lids with the little vent hole in it, make sure that faces away from you, if that makes some sense. I'm going to go get that chair. I'll let you guys watch the pot for me. The chair is in the sunroom. But y'all watch the pot.
Mm-hmm.
Right back.
Hey, Meredith. Meredith. I can't pronounce right now. Glad you can make it, girl.
Remember, ladies, please don't judge the kitchen.
It's going to be a long week. I got to figure everything out about that stupid thing. But we'll get it there.
Take a little help.
What'd you just say?
No. Okay.
Oh, she's talking to Rob.
Because these chairs are not light.
Yes,
Sorry,
honey, we're both live. I'm just not being seen right now because she's doing the
trying to walk the chair.
I don't know where Tammy is. She knew we was going live.
I think nowhere to help me.
But thanks for the 3 that's in here. That includes me, evidently. Or we got somebody in here that ain't said anything yet.
These chairs are heavy, and now
I believe it.
Hurt my back. But I'm not going to bitch about it. Okay.
So now we got Meredith, Wendy, both of them's in here.
Let me read the chat.
Yeah.
Like I said, glad to have you here. Like I said, don't judge these. We're waiting for the house to finish getting fixed.
Yes.
What was it, like 3 or 4? No, it's been a couple of years. It's been like 2 or 3 years since I came in the kitchen one morning and there was a big old puddle of water that came up from underneath the dishwasher. And Rob and Steve went in the basement today and found that not only did somebody damage the brand new sub pump, but they drilled a hole in another pipe in the basement.
Oh, wow. Been wasting water all that time.
Yeah. Yep.
Sad. I gotta say, I was surprised by this month's water bill.
Well, you know, the harm that people cause others is a reflection on themselves.
Our water bill usually runs $100 and something a month.
Absolutely.
This month, it was a $19 credit.
$19 credit for
water, sewage, and
water.
Garbage.
Oh, okay. We run on a water well here.
I wish we did. It'd be better than our city water.
We have water and septic, except for the in-ground septic is a freaking scam. That's just a scam.
We have a
because you always have to replace it.
Well, ours is by the city, Ranto pumping station, but yeah, somehow they've been overcharging me.
I don't know where Tammy is. She said she might not be able to make it tonight. I told her don't worry about it. She said to let her know, but
I've got this
Yep.
scheduled to premiere at 10
when I
o'clock.
would be on. But
It'll be on at 10 tonight.
so would any of you ladies like me to show you what will be, well, John already knows, what will be in the tea bag in case you missed it?
Well, they're being quiet.
I'm just wanting to know from Meredith if she's still in here.
We only got one in here now.
Oh. Okay, so.
Wendy
Yeah,
said yes.
okay. So, I will get the stuff and show it to you. My busted ass did 50 push-ups today.
Oh, God,
Not on the
girl.
floor, but against the counter.
Oh,
Okay.
Lord.
We have rose hip bud. Good for inflammation, fatigue. It does help with your brain. If you brain fart, this does help. This is the tea bags. I got these off of Amazon. In case you want that UPC, there it is.
They're muslin, ain't they?
Yeah. I believe, yes, they are. Good thing I got my glasses on. These are tea filter drawing tea bags. They just don't make you a picture with the draw. Santo Paleo Wood. This is for healing and much more. Then this big old chunk of wood right here is cat's claw bark. I know Tammy got a little confused the first time I showed that. It's all right. You want to make sure that you have your classic spank you when you were a kid wooden spoon. Jonna and I remember this. Even if you didn't do nothing wrong, you still got whooped. You need ground turmeric.
Mm-hmm.
You also need some cinnamon. Cinnamon is also good for inflammation and brain health, so is turmeric. Mm-hmm. Turmeric also helps you with the arthritic pain over the years. And it will also, I left a few things out on that. Now, when I go to make you your tea bags, I will have an instruction for how to make this, even though I'm here. Make sure that you have some sort of honey that you like. This is a wildflower honey. I got this from Aldi. And make sure that it doesn't matter the pot. No, the stove is not hot on this side, just right there. Otherwise, I wouldn't be leaning on it.
I can go up to the road here from where I live and get
I got the rose hip bud, again, from Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can find yourself an apothecary, which those are coming back, apothecaries. I've only ever been to one apothecary in my life, and that's when I was a kid. And one of the elder witches that I grew up around, her friend owned the apothecary.
Okay.
Old medicine, great healing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was saying earlier, because I know some people missed this, was you are what you eat. And the substances that we put into our body, look, you can have cigarettes and soda. It doesn't bother me. Okay. I just don't do what is currently nicknamed the devil's lettuce.
Yeah, hurry up.
I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I can't anyway. I can't even be around it.
Yeah.
the other day at the grocery store, some guys just reeked of it, and I started getting sick from the smell. Like, sick,
Our
you
local
know?
our local Save a Lot keeps fresh local honey.
Yes, yes. Always local. If you have your local farm that can, a good price on a quarter of a cow, a quarter of a pig,
Yeah.
your farm eggs, which are a lot healthier for you. Store-bought eggs, they wash the membrane off the
Yes.
shell. And that's also why the yolk inside of a store-bought egg is small.
Mm-hmm.
And a bright yellow color instead of a unwashed farm egg, which, quite frankly, is almost the color of turmeric.
Yep.
And I love that. And the flavor is more robust.
Mm-hmm.
And your yolk is about that big or bigger. I
Yep.
absolutely love a good farm egg.
I used to get fresh farm eggs, fresh beef, fresh pork, all that
Yeah.
from my son until he stopped speaking to me.
Yeah. Right. So
Mm-hmm.
when I put the tea bag together now, the only thing I'm not going to do when I make your tea bags, I'm not going to add the honey in. That is something that you will have to do. Okay. I don't want them to spoil in transit. Now, we have this. And for those of you that were in here and maybe didn't see this, I had the string up here after we tea bagged. And then after it was sitting in there for a while, I took the honey and went around three times, three times, 3 and 3. And now, like I said, this tea is not going to take too long to make. Like I said, it is a steeping tea. We will do this again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3.
Excuse me.
It's okay. You were like, your body's like, oh my gosh. Oh, the smell. Y'all, the smell on this is so nice.
Mm.
So now this is going to sit in a pot for a few more minutes. I'm going to turn the heat down to low at this point because it's almost done. Now, I do have another tea in which I will teach you that one another time. That is it's another relaxing tea. I will let you know that Santo Paleo wood, when it is in tea, will literally relax your senses. You can drink it if your kids aren't allergic to cinnamon and honey and turmeric and rose hip and Santo Paleo or cat's claw bark. Give them a small amount and that will relax their behavior. They will behave for you. Trust me. I've had to use it on a few like kids when I lived in Philly that were they were wild and their parents let them be that way, which is sad.
Yeah.
Quite sad when that happens. But
Almost like making English tea.
mocking English tea? No.
Well, you have to let it steep, is what she's meaning, I think.
Santo Paleo and the rose hip and some of the other ingredients that you can get either from South America, because Santo Paleo trees they only grow in certain areas.
It's more of a Native American.
Yeah, it is more of
tea.
a Native American tea. You can also use Native American teas in ceremony, which is always good. It's to relax the senses. Like I said, when you're making a tea like this, make sure, and since I'm seated at the moment, your palms up, put your feet on the ground, or put the balls of your feet on the ground. I know people say you could put your foot flat to ground. Did you know that you actually get more energy through the ball of your foot and your toes?
Sounds wild.
So when you're meditating and you want to do a specific meditation, when you do this, that's part of Reiki. I'm going to let you know this right now. Even though I have not taken metaphysics, I am just natural at it. I helped a man in the Vancouver, Washington area with cancer. And with the way I cook, and I'm not going to say, oh, I'm like Jesus and all that. No, I'm not. But your energy and how you focus that when you make food for not just yourself, but when you make it for other people, that's what helps to heal the body. The mind, the body, and the spirit always needs help with something. I know a lot of people say, okay, comfort food. Comfort food's great. Hey, I love okra. I love a good breaded okra. I love to make me some fresh cornbread. Oh, I've never heard of that brand. I've just never heard of it. That's cool.
No, she's saying that her uncle Jimmy, her personal uncle, lives in London, UK, and
Oh,
he sends her
okay,
gift
makes that
packages.
for her. Okay, that's cool. But this tea here is, like Donna was saying, this is actually more of a indigenous American tea for healing. So like I was saying, when you're making your tea, and like, because I'm seated, and you can do this too, just grab a chair and sit. Do a meditative form. Like I said, if you do the hand thing, you're actually charging your energy in your palms. But when you go to do that, don't just go like this. Don't do that. That's not going to help you except for make your hands hot. When you're building Reiki energy to do a meditation, when you do it, this is how I do it. You don't have to do it this way. Everybody has their own way to do it. Try not to sound like an infomercial. You take a point of focus right to the chest, to the heart.
Okay.
You want to make sure that your eyes are closed when you do this. You charge your energy. You bring it up to the eye. You bring it to the mouth. You bring it back to the chest. And then go like this. Take your hand, like this will crack your knuckles because it's going to help you. So when you do this, put your hands gently together. Don't smack them hard. Don't do that. You actually blow the energy away from your body when you clap your hands together like that. So you just want to gently rub your hands together. And then you go like this. Kind of bend your hands just slightly like you're praying. You bring it back here. You bring it here. You bring it back. Then you bring it back. You open your hand. Put them on your lap at the knee. And how I do it, like I said, everybody does their breathing technique different, is you just empty your thoughts. Deep breath and let it out. Take a deep breath and let it out. And then you do that one more time and let it out. And your energy, you start from the crown. Some people start from the bottom. Start from your crown chakra. And as you do, you will feel the energy from your hands being free. As you work your energy from the top of your head, work it down to your forehead, down to your eyebrow, your eyes and ears, now your nose, and just normally breathe. Bring it down to your mouth and the jaw, and just slowly breathe until you work down to your neck. And you're going to continue to do this until you go all the way down. So now that you're at the chest, we're going to work that down to your solar plexus, which is at the center bottom of the rib. And then bring it down to your stomach. And slowly down the hips. Slowly down to your areas. Down the upper leg. Taking those breaths. Down the knee. Let the energy flow. Let the energy flow in your hand. Down your shin. Your calf. Your ankles. And slowly bring it down the top of your feet. And when it reaches the ball of the foot, you will feel it go. Or hope you will go to the bottom of your heel, the whole underfoot. And then when you do that, take some more breath, bring it in, let it out.
The numbers don't give you the place.
Bring it in, let it out. And one more time, bring it in, and let it out.
It says, please do not use this number.
Now, if anybody's doing this with us, leave that in the comment. I hope that this is relaxing you, because now that we have done this, your body should be a little more relaxed. What about you, Jonna?
Yeah, it feels good.
So now that you let your energies charge your body, the relaxing energy, this, I've been told the way I do it is what relaxed the whole meditation group. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get back up. Going to come over here. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Now, the tea bag, before I open this, the tea bag was popped out, and you want that, okay? And you're going to stir this.
Tell her to send you that phone number on a text, and we'll Google it after a while.
Yeah, send that phone number to me in text.
Oh, I will read that soon. So, take it out. I guess this part's kind of like British tea, isn't it?
Okay.
Okay, now you're done with your wooden spoon. Now, I will actually put more in your tea bags because I'm going to make you more than one. I'm going to make you several. Get these out of the way too.
When you called it before,
Sorry for the chest.
voice things from Johnny.
Now,
Johnny.
if you have a ladle, not a dreidel, but you can have a dreidel too. That's okay.
I'm jealous of other information. Some of the networks that they use sell that information.
And I hope the little meditation session there kind of like helped everybody.
No.
I know it did with Jonna. And if
I
you
needed
all would like me to do more meditative with the group, I'm cool with that. I really am. I am cool with that. Now, I'm just going to take a spoon out in case I want some extra honey. And
That's why I say I wouldn't worry about it.
oh yeah, that right there, that is a beautiful color. I don't know if y'all can see that.
Sort
Can
of,
you
yeah.
see that?
Sort of, yeah.
I don't want to spill. Okay. Now again, that's going to be a hot coffee. Or not a hot coffee. I'm thinking coffee because I got some of that Death Wish vanilla yesterday. It's going to smell really nice. Let me tell you the fragrance. You can smell the honey. It's going to smell like vanilla, but there's no vanilla.
No, it don't start with tea leaf.
No, I didn't start with tea leaf. This the whole, like I said, this is more of a Native American tea. Nope, don't need extra. If you want, you can add extra honey to it if you feel that you need it sweeter. But honestly, the way I did this tonight, you don't need that extra sweetness in there. So does anybody have any questions?
It looks delicious.
Oh, it is. I'm just going to let it cool down a bit. And I know Rob and Steve will want some, so I'll take that off the burner. And I will take this off of that, and we can sit here and have our, well, we would sit here and have a chat, except you can't see me like that.
Now I got you back on 2 screens.
Okay. Maybe I can just like bring this down here. So like I said, does anybody have any questions? Other than Wendy and no, there's no tea leaf in this?
I know.
You could put it in that, but how I'm going to send stuff to people, yours will be sent in tea bags. I will pre-put the dry ingredient in for you. So the only thing that you have to do is open up the tea bag,
Run
put like a couple of drops of honey in there
couple hours.
Yeah.
and close it.
Runs.
Excuse me. It is really good and it's really relaxing. And it's just a wonderful, relaxing way
Water.
that, and the fragrance is wonderful.
Well, you don't have to dial the number.
Now you can use a tea bag like that too, and put your little chamomile and little lavender in it. It's a nice night.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I don't even know how long we've been on here. It
We've
doesn't
been on
matter.
here 50 minutes.
50 minutes, that's it.
Yes.
So, let's see. So yeah, I mean, this is a very simplistic kitchen witch tea. You don't have to have the same exact mug I do. You just don't.
Oh.
I don't know if you can see that. Anyway,
My coffee cup says, "Don't tangle your tinsel." Yes, and put honey in when it's done.
yes. Like I said, if you want extra honey in it, that, more power to you. I do use honey. I had just opened that honey before I got on here. I had just opened it, so I used quite a bit of honey. That's why I didn't need any extra. But like I said, you can do. Go ahead, Jonna.
I had a fly that
You had a
swiping.
fly.
Yeah. I hate it when flies get on my camera.
Oh goodness, yeah. And like, why are they so early this year?
Because we've had such beautiful warm weather.
I think we had one fly in the house, and then it got cold.
Well, we've had a few flies in the house, and we slept with the windows open 2 nights in a row.
Oh, that's true.
Last night and night before last. But everything's getting closed up tonight because it's supposed to be in the 40s tonight.
Now, I don't know what the next thing is that when it comes back to my turn again, if what people would like me to show them to make, like a healing broth, a healing soup. When I mean healing, if you get sick with a cold or flu, this is no joke. What I make, you'll never be sick ever, period. If other people are getting sick, you make it and you give it to them. Then sick is gone.
I hate a cold.
It says waiting for on my letter from Howard.
Whatever that is. Oh, your coffee cup. Okay.
Oh,
I had a thing.
me.
I do have a beautiful coffee cup I don't use.
I have a coffee cup collection.
I used to have a big collection. But this one I've got over here is one I got from the winter collab I had with the girls.
Oh.
The Timu collab. And it's clear glass. And inside it, it's got, between the 2 sections of glass, it's got little purple flowers.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I love it. Don't want to break it.
Yeah. So does anybody have any question?
Can't do that tonight. Can't do what tonight, sweetie?
Yeah. What are you asking? Can't do that tonight. The healing broth? No. Hogwarts?
Hogwarts. Oh,
I mean Harry Potter. Now, St. John's wort is another herb that you could use to help with stuff. Oh, stupid autocorrect.
Correct. Okay.
And don't forget that if you're going to have the other thing that I do, which is I make sure that I have
Okay. Next week.
a mixture of lavender and some cedar and put that in that. Of course, mine is an owl. Owl Eyes, my native name. I don't know. I like owls. They're wise.
I like my Native American name too.
What's yours?
Storm.
Huh?
Storm.
Oh, so you're an X-Men.
Not exactly.
I'm just joking.
The chief knows that I'm calm and collected, but when I take and get upset, I'm like a tornado or something other. So he calls me Storm. The one that
Sleep with
named
the
me.
windows open.
Mhm.
I don't really sleep with the windows open because of our neighbors.
Well, the neighbors next to me, his son, stepson ain't there right now, and he's there by himself, so that's no big deal. The ones across from me stay in the house. The ones on the other side of me, there is no house.
Yeah.
And then there's 2 alleys and a railroad between me and the ones behind me.
Yeah. I mean, we just have, excuse my language, y'all. Yeah, whatever. What the hell? We have assholes for neighbors.
Oh, they're close by too, but they ain't right in my face.
I mean, like, they keep messing with Rob's brand new Subaru, breaking into it and everything.
Yeah.
Karma will get them one day.
Oh, karma bit Charlie in the butt today.
Mm-hmm. But that's why it's always good to keep an open mind. Keep it clear. Make sure you bring your good energy, especially when you're doing things like this. And that's why I was also wanting to do the meditative part, which I think always helps. Sorry, you got to see up my nose. Sorry about that.
Your maiden name is Baker. Okay. I know some bakers from here. That's Wendy.
Cool.
There's a Mr. Baker that used to be my library teacher. And then there's a Miss Baker, who used to be a Miss Stoward, who used to be a Miss Sailor.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Some people with the name Baker are really good baking goods. Actually,
Yep.
it's strange, but your name.
Yeah.
And since I don't know my real name, only know the name that the Umatilla Cayuse and Walla Walla gave me.
Yeah.
And the name that isn't mine that I currently have to use. Because I don't know my own name.
Right.
So, I mean, hey, whatever.
Yep.
Maybe one day.
I hear a little cranky butt waking up.
Oh my gosh, that was so freaking relaxing.
Good.
So, Wendy, are you interested in that tea? Because I know, like, it'll really help you in
steady your nerves.
Yeah.
Yeah. She said, yeah, I bet you do. About me knowing bakers.
Yeah. So, what was I gonna say? Other than when I do this, and pardon?
I was telling Paul we'd be done in a few minutes.
Oh, your granny was wit.
Your granny's
Was she witty?
My grandmother's maiden name was Branson, or my
Oh.
mom's name.
Well, the only women I knew was grandmother, even though
Mhm.
they weren't my grandmothers, was a Coram and Grandma Ethel. I don't. Her last name, her maiden name was Fig, but she was a witch.
Yes. The good ones always are.
Yeah,
My
I mean,
my mama Sarah, which was my mom, the Branson lady's mom, was named Sarah Jane Clem. After
yeah.
she met, I don't know what her maiden name was, but she was the witch of the family, the first witch.
Wendy, I have a question for you, girl. Is it okay to ask you a question? It's nothing personal. It's just, did tonight's healing tea and meditation help you any? And I hope it did, because I know you've been stressed.
She says she's excited to try the tea.
Yeah. You call her Granny Grunt.
Can I have that?
Granny Wit. Granny Grunt. Oh God. Grunt. Grunt.
That's funny.
Well, I guess if Sarah would have had a nickname, it had been Cat. She liked changing herself into cats.
Yeah. So when you're drinking your tea, just make sure that your mind is clear and anything around you, negative energies, when you're doing that meditation, it all just fades.
Yes.
Mm, I'm done with my cup. I am.
That's good. And my
Oh,
other
she was
granny was
from the
from the UK.
UK.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So next time or maybe we should do this in group, is if you all want me to help you with a meditative state with the Reiki energy. Um, we're all, we all have the ability to heal,
Yes.
and we all have the ability to bring ourselves to be calm
Mm-hmm.
and collective and be able to be at peace with
Yes.
everything in the world,
Yes.
everything out there in the universe, everything.
Mm-hmm.
And self-love, like
You said
Shauna brought up earlier,
it helped her a lot.
it does. You have to have self-love for yourself,
Mm-hmm.
in order to let go and be good with everything.
Yes.
And so that's why I'm asking, like, if all of you, so I'm asking you this too, Jonna, is if any of you would want me to do another meditation with all of you.
That sounds great.
And would you prefer it here or would you prefer it in our Instagram?
It don't matter.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I know where English tea comes from.
Mm-hmm.
I have friends that live in England.
Yeah. Well, girls,
Yes.
you got any closing things to say?
Huh?
Have you got any?
Closing.
Yes.
Remember to keep your mind, body, and spirit open so that you can always keep yourself calm, always keep yourself at peace.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, what you reflect is a reflection of oneself. To keep it always at peace, love, and happiness.
Mm-hmm.
and the reflections of everything is how we all stay a peaceful soul.
Yes.
And I really hope that this helped everybody tonight.
Mhm.
I know I had fun. Had fun trying to figure out how to get on here.
Wendy said that they had a tea time growing up and biscuits, which we call cookies, I guess. um, and I guess tea time was around about 2 o'clock or so. I'd say in the afternoon or
Oh,
3.
biscuits and cookies. Yes, yes. What they call a biscuit, we call a cookie.
Yes.
And then what we call a biscuit, they call a scone.
Yes. Yes. We're learning everything these days, ain't we?
Yeah. And what we call fish and chips is not fish and chips to them. That's just fish and fries.
Right. And that's like in France, the derogatory name for a gay person means cigarette.
Yeah. Like my friend Rich, he got called a FAG, and I'm like,
Mhm.
really? You're
That's
not a
the
French
word.
cigarette, man.
Right.
You're not a French cigarette.
Well, children, I've got to go change the diaper. So with that,
Okay.
we will end our stream and see you all in group and stuff later on, if not tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay. Love
Bye.
y'all. Bye.
Love you too. Bye.
Blessed be, girls.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.
Mm.